Yes, it's another tiny house. As if there's not enough of these on YouTube already. But I thought I would do one of my own because people have shown some interest in this humble shack of mine. So I thought I'd do something a little more comprehensive and maybe slightly different than your generic tiny house video. I'll get into the individual costs of things. And also the things I did wrong, the things I would like to do over, and all the mistakes I've made, and there's a ton of them in here. But what you're looking at is 192 square foot footprint. I built it in 2 phases. The gable portion, which is 8 by 12, and then the shed roof portion, which is also 8 by 12. And the loft there cantilevers out to an extra 14 inches. So overall 192 square feet. Starting from the ground up, the foundation is just pressure treated 4x6s. I trenched around the perimeter, threw in some gravel, tamped it, and then just laid the pressure treated timbers right on the ground. On top of that is standard 2x4 framing, sheathed in 1/2 inch plywood. Covered it in old school tar paper. Then some hemlock siding, 10-inch wide, board and batten, from trees that I had milled up. Trees that I dropped on the property here and just had milled up. And I think that cost me about 400 bucks. All the trim is just the same hemlock, and I spent a couple hours with a jigsaw and just kind of free-formed everything. The roof, asphalt shingles, cheap Home Depot stuff, a couple $100 there. One skylight in the sitting area, $200 I think with the flashing kit. And I don't know if you can see on the top there, I have 3 vented skylights that were actually meant to go on the top of RVs. I'm not sure I'd recommend doing that again. They're designed to be put on a flat metal trailer or RV roof, and so they're really difficult to flash on a sloped shingled roof. So although they were cheap, I think they're about 30 bucks each. It took me the better part of 2 days to put those in. What else? Decking is all standard 2x6 pressure treated. That stuff's fairly cheap too. All the windows were either factory seconds or reclaimed. The 2 or the 3 you see there, the arch window I think was $75. The smaller rectangular window was $30, and then I have a bigger picture window that was $132. I think overall this place cost me about $11,000, which actually isn't bad. It's kind of a glorified garden shed really. It started life out as just an 8 by 12 power shed, but then it got out of hand, as you can see. I'll do an interior video later, but let's do a little walk around to the exterior here. The door is just a Home Depot interior pine door, which I painted. It hasn't delaminated in the weather or anything. I think the cantilever helps that it's protected, and also I made sure I got some paint on it before any moisture could get in. The pillars are just 6x6 pressure treated timbers used for landscaping. I paid $20 each, and then I just clad them all with either 2x4 or offcuts from the siding. Pretty simple stuff. I think anybody that can use a saw, a hammer, have a basic knowledge of power tools could do something like this. There's nothing difficult in any of this. Box bay window. Let's go around to the business end here. It's hard to get far enough away from the building to give some good overall shots. This is the south side. I built a little storage area there for tools and crap. Reclaimed window up in the loft. Again, just asphalt shingles, nothing special. Leaded glass window. It's actually out of an old cabinet door, so I just repurposed it. And the same thing up there. This is kind of my water collection station. I'm still hauling in my own water, even though I have a well over there. I haven't tested it. I don't know what the water quality is like. The rain barrel, when it's all said and done, I'll use to flush the toilet that I have in there. I have a vent in the bathroom. And I apologize for my lack of videography skills and also my running narrative, and if I'm stating the obvious. Sorry about that. Big picture window. Brings in a lot of light in the sitting area. Nothing fancy on the foundation. And since I put it in, it hasn't moved in about 4 years, so I didn't have to worry about frost heaves or anything like that. And that's it for the exterior, I think, such as it is. I built it kind of piecemeal, cash and carry. You know, do a couple of weeks work here and there. It was not really an expensive undertaking, and it's entirely livable for one person, that's for sure, even two. I don't know how people live in 120 square feet of your typical tiny house, but so there you have it. I'll do an interior video next.